Hello, everybody. Isaac B. Cameron here. Decided to make this video kind of as an update. As you can see, there is a mic here, and I think the video quality should be better. I have a new program. I don't have a new camera. It's still my laptop camera, but a new camera should be here tomorrow. It's still only a webcam, but it's supposed to be a much higher quality webcam, so maybe the video will be able to come through better. Still working on a camera for taking with me on trips and stuff. They're a little expensive, and I'm not really sure I can justify buying one quite yet. Plus, I'm not really comfortable filming out in public. It's still kind of strange to me because no one here does it at all, at least in my small town. But I at least have a new microphone, so hopefully I sound a little clearer, and hopefully, as I said, the video is a little clearer and it's not so bad. Sorry it has taken so long to make another video. Graduation is coming up here. Graduation is in March here, so I've been a lot busier with doing assignments with the kids and grading papers and being a lot more involved in all of my schools because I have stuff going on. So when I come home from work, I kind of just want to relax. And then on top of that, I also had a band concert recently, so I was preparing for that, and that's what's been going on. But I guess other than that update, a fun topic to talk about here that's going on now is it's flu season. And flu season here is much more serious than it is in America. I, luckily, have not gotten the flu. I have been crystal clear, which has been wonderful. But if you do plan on coming here, I guess some notes to talk about if the flu season is going on when you're here. First of all, everyone wears masks, so don't be freaked out. Everyone wears masks. It's totally normal. It's totally fine. There's not like a huge virus outbreak that you need to be worried about. You could wear a mask if you want to, or you could be like me and not wear one. It just depends on how you feel. For the past, I would say almost for the past month now, all of my students have been wearing masks along with all the teachers at all my schools. So I would teach class and everyone would be wearing masks and I'd be the only one not wearing a mask. And it would look, to someone from America who doesn't know this, it would look quite frightening to be quite honest. It would look like there's a serious issue, but it's just the flu. Which, I mean, the flu is bad. You should take precautions to make sure you don't get it, but it looks like something out of a horror film, and it's not that by any means. The other thing that's very different that caught me off guard is that if enough students at a school in a grade have the flu, that grade just won't come to school. So let me break that down and explain that a little better here. So for example, just last week at one of my elementary schools, the 5th and 6th grade, I think had at least half the students had the flu. So 5th and 6th grade just didn't come to school. And from my understanding, it's not that they just get those days off. The teachers send work home to the students, and the students will stay at home and do their work or something along those lines. It's not like they just get free days because their classmates are sick. It's not like that. There's still work that has to be done. But it's still very interesting to just come to a school and then be like, oh, only 3rd graders are here today, so no classes to teach. So that has been an interesting thing to learn. And also just the precautions taken amongst the staff. There will be hand sanitizer everywhere. Everyone uses it. Like I said, the masks. And even at my middle school, we would actually at lunch change the way we sat to where you wouldn't sit across from anyone. Everybody sat in the same direction, so you weren't face to face with anyone at the risk of getting the flu. So a lot of precautions are taken, and it's really, really interesting to me just because it's really smart, in my opinion. Although, I mean, there are obviously things that we couldn't apply in America with the whole school size difference. I was explaining to my students that, their whole middle school would be the size of like one class at a middle school in America. And that's in like a regular sized town. That's not even talking about a big city area like LA or something. So you couldn't really implement the whole, if enough kids are sick, they don't have to, like that. That's obviously impossible. It couldn't be done. But the idea of wearing masks, I think, could be adapted. Obviously, it would be weird at first. And, I'm sure there are some people in America who do wear masks when it's flu season or just for anything, just for health reasons like that. But I don't know, just all around here, I feel much safer when it comes to stuff like that. I feel like everyone takes enough precautions, including myself, to not have to worry about the flu or have to worry about catching anything. It's a really nice, really nice comfort, I guess you could say, that everyone, does their due diligence to make sure they're not only taking care of themselves, but preventing giving a sickness to anyone else. So that's really nice. On top of that, I've also been dealing with a lot of snow here. So if you're planning to come to Japan or in Jet, I'm not really sure what these videos have become. They're just me rambling. But if you do plan to come here, understand that Japan has a lot of mountains. Like, obviously people know Japan for like Tokyo and Kyoto and like all the big cities and things like that. But Japan is predominantly mountains and nature just in general. And when you're in the mountains in wintertime, it's gonna snow. So I would say on average, one day of heavy snow here in my town, you're looking at least 2.5, maybe 3 inches in that one day. And cross that with, we normally get 4 to 5 days of snow in a row. We get a decent amount of snow that you kind of have to take care of. So I've been dealing with that, which, to some, maybe that's no big deal, but where I came from, we got snow, but definitely not the amount that we get here. So it's been something to adjust to, but I've gotten better at it, I think, in my opinion. So that's been really nice. What else was, another little update thing. I do have this mic. I also have another one over there in its box. I did buy 2. And that's because as much as some people didn't like the hour-long video, I plan on doing more podcast-type videos. I plan on having more people sit down with me and have a discussion about Jet and about life in Japan and about the difficulties they face, because I think it's good to have that perspective. I think if you just sat and listened to me ramble for a long time, it would be kind of boring. I would run out of things to talk about as well. So I like the idea of having a friend here and chatting with them and getting other people's perspectives, especially with all the people that I have here in this prefecture. If I could get, a good amount of people to come do this, it would be fantastic. And I actually do have someone lined up for the next one. It's Veronica, the girl that lives in my town. And, she kindly said that she would do it. And she is been here for 3 years now. And she comes from Texas, so I look forward to hearing, her side of things, which granted I've talked to her a lot, but I'm going to try to ask her some questions that, she and I haven't talked about and kind of pick at her brain a little bit. So hopefully that'll be interesting for you. If not, I apologize. You don't have to watch the video. I guess here's your warning for that. I also don't plan to shoot for an hour. Again, that was kind of just caught up in conversation with Griffin. He's a very smart guy. I love him to death, and when we start talking, if we get on tangents, we just kind of keep going, regardless if there's a camera or an audience listening. It's just our nature to keep talking. So I'm not going to shoot for an hour on that one. I'm just going to talk, and we'll maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It's still going to be a longer video than what I normally do by myself, just because it has to be. It's a conversation, and I want to use this platform and the people that watch this video to not only give them my opinion, but other people's opinions, because you can't just listen to one person. I don't think. I think you have to get a large group of opinions to really develop thoughts on something, especially when you've never been here and experienced it for yourself. So that being said, there will be more podcast type videos, longer videos, especially now that I have these nicer mics that in my opinion, I think sound way better. That's why I bought them. I've seen other YouTubers who use them. I love these mics. I think they're great. I think they're fantastic. So I hope you enjoy them. I also hope the camera that comes in tomorrow is great. But I think that's it. Sorry that this was just kind of a random video with no real, linear thought process. It was just kind of me randomly spouting out things here and there. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. All that being said, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, go to sleep, because I haven't got much sleep the past couple nights, and I will see you guys next time, which will be the podcast with Veronica. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you want to. Leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, because I'll gladly answer them. And peace.